A vast majority of people, guys, give up on their dreams. Okay, with statistics suggesting that around 92% of people fail to achieve their goals. Other sources indicate figures as high as 95% of people, or even 99%. But today we won't be discussing the power of perseverance. We can explore that topic another time. Instead, we will focus on recognizing when it is appropriate to quit your current plan for a better, more aligned goal, and when it's crucial not to give up. Hi, guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. Today, we will discuss various factors related to this topic. We will explore signs that indicate your current goals may not align with your purpose, for example. Additionally, we will explore what truly drives you and what you really want in life, all right? But before going forward, as always, please subscribe so I know this is the right direction to lead you guys, to drive you, to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started, all right, as always. So, First point, energy is everything. So whatever we do, whatever we plan to do, we're driven by energy. Okay, we give energy, gain energy, drain by energy. That's why I never judge people who love working in an office for the rest of their lives, or who do jobs I would personally never consider. Because based on our past experiences, childhood, even genetics, we have developed a different energy jar. Okay? So each of us has a unique way of containing and channeling energy. So if you find energy in whatever you do, and of course are automatically happy with it, even in jobs that I would never consider, even in jobs like a chimney sweep, for example, then you're perfectly fine pursuing such ways. There is no problem. So it's important to highlight this before getting to the main point. And the main point is that everyone receives and gives energy based on their persona. If whatever you do gives you energy, guys, why stop it, right? But if this energy drains you, it is necessary to stop and evaluate your next step on your journey to success. As I said before, think of it as a jar located at your core. Okay, so don't think with your brain. Think, inverted commas, of course. Think more with your soul. You know what I mean? Personal example. Personal example is, I love to make personal examples. I have hosted guests for more than a year. Okay, but I noticed I did not get energy from it. This wasn't because of the guests themselves, but instead because my personality evidently matches better with being a solo podcaster. Another example, for years, I've thought about playing the guitar and that I should learn to play. However, when you think about a goal that you mentally plan, guys, but don't truly feel, it is just a mental exercise without any real action. But a few weeks ago, for example, I decided to buy guitar strips to install on an old guitar I purchased years ago. I started listening to Afro music with guitar, which inspired me, and to some songs by Esta Stone, a great guitarist. So the point here is that be emotionally and spiritually intentional about understanding what you really want to do in your life and about giving up something to succeed in something bigger. Okay. So be emotionally and spiritually intentional. Second point, don't choose something solely for money. Often you hear advice from gurus and others on social media who may not really know what they're talking about, and they just copy what they hear. And they often say, don't choose money, guys, choose your passion. And that's true. But the reason for this is not that money is disgusting, Money is a tool, it's a benefit if you know how to use it. Money is good, it's not bad. We live in a world where most things are regulated by money. It's part of our culture and our daily lives, Without money, I wouldn't even be able to record this message, guys. So mindful people promote not focusing too much on money because simply it can overpower everything else you do. For example, if you learn to play the guitar, all right, let's keep the example of the guitar. If you learn to play the guitar only to become famous and make money, the moment you feel you are not succeeding, you might quit playing completely. This indicates that you never truly liked playing the guitar. You were pursuing it for the wrong reasons, putting too much importance on money and on success itself without valuing the journey. On the other hand, if you learn the guitar because you genuinely love playing, you gain joy and energy from it, okay? You will find that no matter what happens with money, you will continue because of your passion for music. If you also find a way to monetize your skill, then it's great, the financial rewards will come naturally. This is another important point to consider. It's challenging to choose a project you really like and stick with it. I know that. I get that. I understand that because I've been there. Okay. However, at the end of the day, you should ask yourself some questions. The first question is this project giving you energy? If yes, then just continue. If no, then you will stop. And the second question is are you doing this primarily for the money? If yes, then you'll stop because you should know that even if you achieve financial success, it won't make you happy, guys. If not, I mean, you would love to swim in money one day, but you realize that your passion drives you first, then you go forward, okay? Now, what signs indicate your current goals may not align with your true passions or values? We have 9 signs here, and we will explore each of them based on my journey and knowledge. The first one is this one. You feel constant resistance or heaviness when working toward your goal. This is something we mentioned previously regarding the energy that can drain you, okay? If you find yourself lacking energy or feeling emotionally drained, you may experience resistance in your projects, okay? This is a sign. It's a sign that your path may not be aligned with your purpose, guys, or it could indicate that a part of your project needs adjustment. Number 2, progress feels draining instead of energizing, even when you succeed. This reinforces what we discussed earlier, guys. If you achieve success but still feel unhappy, it likely means that you are pursuing these goals solo for financial reasons rather than personal fulfillment. If your work drains you, it's a clear signal that it may not align with your values and genuine aspirations, okay? Remember that. Number 3, you pursue results for approval, money, or status more than for meaning. We already discussed the money aspect, and it's not very different when it comes to seeking approval. If you feel the need to please those around you, your partner, your family, Be aware that this desire can drain your energy, guys. If you are not gaining energy from what you truly enjoy, it can lead to negative consequences. It can be a disaster. It's not surprising that some people end up feeling depressed, sad, and even crushed by life. Number four, you keep procrastinating despite being disciplined in other areas. This one has different layers. I believe that procrastination serves as a useful compass. It can help us understand what we like and what we don't, especially during regular days, okay? However, what about those special days when significant events happen in our lives, guys? These situations often require our attention and might take priority over our projects, okay? As human beings, we face so many unexpected circumstances. So procrastination can sometimes show the need for a temporary break from a project, even a project we enjoy. Lastly, this break can help you gain understanding into your feeling, whether you miss the work or project you are doing or find that you are actually content without it. So this difference is significant. Not the procrastination itself, guys, but the understanding you gain from it. Okay. Number five, you fantasize more about quitting than about improving. There is a quote from Henry Ford that I mentioned in a previous episode. Whether you think you can or think you cannot, you're right. Hey guys, just a quick break. Here at Journey to Success, I want to welcome you into something special, the Journey to Success Club. It's more than just a newsletter. You will become part of the club. When you subscribe for free, you will be the first to know when new episodes are out, with inspirational notes to fuel your own journey. And if building a solid community that supports your dream has always been your goal, there is a premium section waiting for you, filled with email guidance, my recommendation, one-to-one DM support, and a book that helped me grow from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in just 5 months. Join us now at journeytosuccessclub.substack.com or just click the link in the description. We're in this together, guys. Now, back to the show. If you spend more time dreaming about quitting, guys, you will eventually stop, okay? Sooner or later, you will. However, if you focus on improving, you will discover solutions to overcome your obstacles. Trust me, you will face many challenges along the way. The easy path doesn't exist when it comes to achieving any form of success in your life. But if you are focusing on improving, new solutions will help you overcome obstacles automatically. Remember that. Number 6, you might feel disconnected from yourself while pursuing your goals. For example, in my journey to improve my script writing, there was a time when I relied mainly on ChatGPT. Fortunately, I don't do that anymore. If I ever find myself slipping back into that habit, I know I need to stop immediately, because I realize that I don't hear my own voice when I do that. And the listeners can sense it too. I know that. And we feel disconnected, all of us. AI is a tremendous tool. I use it for help, especially for my grammar, but I assure you that my work remains creative and comes from me. Even if I seek assistance with script corrections or take some inspiration, I make sure my voice shines. I make sure the script is mine. And this raises an interesting point, guys. When you rely too much on someone else, whether it's AI or even a person on your team, you risk producing work that is not truly your own. And there is nothing wrong with this choice, honestly. I'm not here to judge. I mean, if it works for you, that's great. Today, AI tools can make a lot of things, and especially in our environment, can assist in generating scripts, voiceover, animation tools, and so on. I even use ChatGPT to help write my Substack notes. Okay. However, my question is this: why do you choose that route? Are you looking for an assistant to help with your project? Are you aiming maybe to achieve financial success with minimal effort? So, what is your reason? Okay, you need to answer that. As I mentioned, I don't judge. I don't judge how you create or work, but we need to put everything in perspective to make sure you don't feel disconnected from your work. The more you use AI without control, the bigger the risk of dissociating from what you're doing. That's very important because this could lead to uncertainty about whether your project is worth pursuing or should be quit. Okay. Number 7, you need external pressure to stay consistent. This topic has different layers as well. In the previous episode, guys, we discussed the SMART time frame, okay? SMART, particularly the T for time bond, which emphasize the importance of setting a deadline, okay? And this deadline should be more spiritually intentional than mentally planned. You can refer back to the episode for a deeper understanding of its meaning, if you like. But my point is that establishing this kind of deadline can be beneficial as it provides a little push to help you make progress on your project, guys. For example, if you have a wedding plan in a year, you are still working on your office, that can serve as a great motivator if you are working on your project too. Okay. However, if you rely solely on this, you will face a lot of pressure. So the project you choose should be part of your overall journey and not, how can I say, be the only responsibility for your future external events, like the wedding example. When you start relying solely on external deadlines, guys, it may indicate that financial considerations mainly drive your project. And while there is nothing wrong with wanting to make money, I always repeat that, you need to consider that if you shift your focus entirely toward financial gain, your passion will decline. Okay? I think it's normal. And it's essential to ensure that what you're doing aligns with your true values, because the value energize and inspire you, not the money. Number 8, you feel relief, no pride, when you stop working on whatever you do. True. When I used to guest on podcast, I felt relieved later after I finished recording the episode and experienced a sense of lightness as well. Now, when I finish my own episodes, I feel a sense of accomplishment and curiosity. I wonder how many times the episode will be downloaded, what people will think about it, and if I did a good job. So these feelings comes with a sense of care and pride, especially because I'm satisfied with my episodes, if I'm satisfied with my episode also, but because I truly care about what I do, all right? And number 9, deep down, you are forcing it. I'm not going to spend so many words on it. This sense of heaviness that always follows you in your project, guys, is not casual or normal. It is a sign, and you need to listen to it, okay? So these points help you create a complete discussion with your persona on when to stay on the path and when to change direction in pursuit of your dreams, guys. Okay. So now before we wrap up, right? Let's reflect on what we did today in a grounded, intentional way. So let's make a reassume. Today, we started from a reality that most people don't like to hear. The majority of people don't fail because they lack discipline or talent. They fail because they spend years chasing goals that don't align with who they really are. Okay, that's why those numbers are so high. Like the 92%, the 95%, even 99%, according to some sources. Not because people are weak, guys, but because they are disconnected from their energy, from their inner drive, from what actually gives meaning to their life. Okay. So today we focused on knowing when to stay and when to change direction. We talked about energy as the first and most honest signal you have. Energy is always there, it's always speaking to you. If what you do gives you energy and makes you feel more alive, then why stop it? Easy. That's the question, On the other hand, if what you do consistently drains you and makes everything feel heavy, then simply it's not something for you, okay? And it's not even a personal failure. It's a message. It's a message that you need to hear it. That's why I share my personal examples. Not to make it about me, of course, but to show you how this works in real life, something that I understood on my skin, guys, And here I made the example of the hosting guest. The hosting guest taught me a lot, but it also showed me where my energy truly flows. And when I accept that, things became lighter, clearer, and more aligned. So then I choose to become a solo podcaster. Who knows? Maybe in the future this is going to change. But for now, my energy aligns more with that. And the same applies to the guitar example. There is a big difference between a goal you think you should want and the goal you feel, guys. Remember that. Then we talk about money. And I want to repeat this clearly because it's often misunderstood by the world. Money is not bad. Money is not the enemy. Money is a tool. But when money becomes the main reason you do something, it slowly takes control, guys. Okay. It shifts your focus from the process to the outcome, from meaning to pressure. And the moment, I mean, when the moment results don't arrive fast enough, then of course motivation collapses, guys. But when you love the process first, you keep going, even when it's hard, guys. And paradoxically, that's often when money arrives in a more natural way. Okay. Then we moved into the 9 signs, and these signs are not rules, they are mirrors. They invite you to look at yourself honestly, okay? Resistance, emotional fatigue, chasing approval, procrastination, fantasizing about quitting, feeling disconnected from your voice, needing constant external pressure, guys, feeling relief instead of pride, and finally, that deep, inner knowing that you are forcing it. None of this means you are doing something wrong. They mean you are being asked to reflect. And this is the most important takeaway from today, guys. There is a difference between quitting because you are afraid and quitting because you are finally honest with yourself. There is a difference between staying because you are committed and staying because you are trapped, okay? Your journey, guys, the journey to success is not about never quitting. It's about making conscious choices. Okay, that's it. Sometimes success looks like persistence, as many gurus say on social media makers, but sometimes success looks like realignment. Okay, this episode was more about realignment, but both require courage and self-trust. Okay, so I leave you with this question, and I really want you to sit with it. If I remove fear, money, and approval from the equation, right? Would I still choose this path? If the answer is yes, then commit fully. If the answer is no, well, give yourself permission to change direction. Okay, easy. That's not failure, that's growth. Now, I want to hear from you. What goal in your life are you currently questioning? And more importantly, guys, does it give you energy or take it away? Take a moment to reflect, send me a message, share your story, or connect with me on Substack as always. I would genuinely love to know where you are on your journey. And if you enjoyed today's episode, guys, you know how important it is to subscribe so you never miss an update. But what is even more important is sharing this episode with someone who might need permission to realign, to let go, or, to keep going with clarity. Thank you so much for being here on Journey to Success. And remember, together we are building a life that feels true, aligned, and intentional. One step at a time. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.